Welcome back to another Palworld video, where in this one we will be taking a look at all 12 of the Pal's work suitability or work traits. I'm going to break each one down, telling you what it is and how it functions for your base. And after this video, you'll be able to assemble the perfect workforce of Pals so that your base is running at max efficiency. Before we begin breaking down the work suitabilities, I think there are a couple of things that need to be said for you to fully understand Pal's work traits better. The Pals I show in this video, most of them will only have one work trait. That means they can only perform those tasks that fall under that work suitability. You can have Pals that have multiple work traits, so that means they can do more tasks around your base, which is ideal. Also, another thing that needs to be noted about Pal's work suitabilities is that not all Pals are created equal. Pals that have a level 1 next to their work trait are not going to perform their job as efficiently as a Pal who has a level 3 or even level 4 next to it. Now, with that being said, let's get into breaking down each one of these work traits or work suitabilities. So let's begin with Kindling. What can Kindling do for your base? A Pal that has Kindling can light these torches, the wall-mounted torches or the ground-mounted torches. It can cook your food at your fire or at a cooking pot, and it can also heat the heater that requires kindling, as you can see this RSOX here doing. The next work suitability on the list is planting. This one's very easy. It plants any crops. It plants berries, it plants wheat, it plants lettuce, and it plants tomatoes. Very simple. All right, our next one is very useful. While all of these traits and suitabilities serve a purpose in your base, this one is very useful. Handiwork. This allows Pals to help you build things and also craft things. All right, our next one is lumbering. Very straightforward. It allows Pals to cut down trees in the base area or use the logging site. Okay, moving on to medicine production. This allows Pals with this work trait to produce medicine at a medicine workbench. The next work suitability is a very key one to the base: transporting. They're going to transport items around the base to storage boxes. So anything that was farmed at a ranch or at a crop or mined at a rock or a metal ore that's on the ground, your transporters, they're going to come pick it up and take it to a storage box. Very important. Now that we're halfway through the work suitabilities, I would like to take this time and thank you for being here. I would also like to encourage you that if you're new to the channel, maybe consider subscribing. And if you found this video helpful, a like on it is always appreciated. Let's get back to it. All right, back at the top of the second column, we're going to start with watering. Any Pal that has this work trait will water your crops for you. It can also run the crusher, which you can get fiber and paldium fragments from that, and also your wheat mill, which you're going to need to make flour from your wheat. All right, the next one we're moving on to is generating electricity. It's pretty straightforward. Any Pal that has this trait is going to be able to generate electricity for you, and they're going to pump it into your power generator. And so this one comes a little bit later in the game, I would say mid-game, and so you don't have to worry about this one right off the bat, but it's very useful once you get to this level. The next one is gathering, or you can think of it as harvesting. Basically, any Pal that has the gathering work suitability will harvest your crops out of the fields when they are ready. The next work suitability is mining, another crucial one for base progression, especially early game. And so mining allows Pals to mine rocks that are in your base area, use the stone pit, and if they have level 2 or higher mining, they will be able to mine higher tier rocks such as your metal ore rocks, your sulfur, or your quartz rocks. All right, the next one is cooling, and what these Pals are going to do is help you to preserve or cool an area. So anything that requires cooling, like the cooling box or the cooler, needs a Pal that has cooling work suitability. And a cooler box is going to help you preserve food, especially those cakes whenever you want to get into breeding. This is very helpful. So that is what your cooling Pals are going to do for you. Okay, our last work suitability is farming. And so if your Pal has farming like this Mozzarina, that means that it will farm passive items for you. But you have to have a ranch down in your base area for them to go farm these items. So the Mozzarina, for example, will farm milk for you. A bee guard will farm honey for you. This Vixie is a very useful beginning game because it will farm Pal spheres and arrows for you. So as you can see, this is a very useful item to have down in your base for farming Pals. All right, that wraps up all the work suitabilities. I hope that you found this video helpful and that I was able to explain and show what each work trait can do for your base. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.